Everything.
Oh, okay,
I watched all
okay,
like two, three times. Yeah.
So the new Avatar 7 Haven series is set in a world shattered by a devastating cataclysm, with both the physical and spirit worlds torn asunder. The remnants of humanity endure in the Seven Havens, spread across the world. A young earthbender discovers she's the new Avatar after Korra, but in this dangerous era, that title marks her as humanity's destroyer, not its savior. On the run as she is pursued by both human and spirit forces. The new Avatar will be joined by her long-lost twin sibling as they uncover their mysterious origins. And I said origins again.
It's okay. We don't let
origins,
it go.
Origins.
I wasn't going to say
and
that.
Links to the Avatar cycle and find a way to save their world before the Seven Havens collapse entirely.
Okay. So they're basically blaming Korra because she opened the spirit portal, right? Or that she can combine the two worlds.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, my question is, what would you have done, Ken, if you were Korra?
Man, there's a lot of shit I wouldn't have done, but
it's easy to say that. Listen. Well, what would you have done in that scenario?
Like, I give her respect for what she had to do against Rava and the Dark Avatar shit. Like that shit, like no other avatars really had to go against that type of feat
at
before.
All.
Like she's definitely had some of like the tougher villains by far. But I don't know, like Avatar, was it like Avatar Wong? Was that the one that was telling her like, yo, like do not open that portal, do not let that shit go over? Like me personally, I wouldn't have combined the two worlds because there are spirits in the spirit world and Avatar that avatars haven't even been able to defeat. I'm not going to give them access to normal ass people.
Help remind me. So, what was even the benefit of combining the worlds? Like, what was the reason?
It was something with like the convergence of like bringing back. Was it something about helping bring back more airbenders and shit? Like, because that's kind of what
I think it was. I think that was like part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there was because there was basically no airbenders.
So she's trying to bring back balance to the Force.
It was, but I think it was something that she did at the end of season 2 against Rava that like she got like rid of something. I forgot exactly what it was, and it like trickled over into like season 3, and we were kind of seeing like because in season 3 that's when everybody
that's when Zahir and them boys pulled up.
Yeah, and then there was a bunch of people became airbenders because of the harmonic convergence.
Yeah.
But I think the spirit, the openings just kind of got too big over time, just because the spirit entities are just strong as shit, and she also cut off her access to the rest of the other avatars, so I don't think she had proper guidance and was just kind of just letting shit do what it do as she does in the series.
I think also like she's like low key trying to do what Avatar 1 couldn't do, because Avatar 1 like failed to unite the spirits and the humans, because that shit led to like I don't know like how long the time was, but like it led to war between the humans and the spirits.
Yeah,
and I think Korra's just trying to.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought she was basically trying to correct where the first Avatar went wrong. You feel me? But
it's just like shit like that. Like I feel like that's like I like it though. I like it because that's probably what the new Avatar is like going to be all about. It's like going to be trying to live like spirits and humans living in balance together.
Yeah, so but the only Avatar the new one can connect with is Korra. And I ain't gonna lie, she don't got enough wisdom in
they gonna have to figure it the fuck out.
This is down the line though.
Korra about to be like.
Yeah, she's not like a teenager no more.
Yeah, it's about to be like an 80-year-old Korra. Bro, but here's the thing. Why I think Korra is about to be more wise than Aang, because Korra has failed more than Aang. And with failure comes wisdom.
She had harder choices laid out for her. I'm telling you, y'all, like Aang had a pretty easy mission. Not easy, but as far as simple, like he didn't have to make.
But there was other avatars that had it harder than Aang, that had things just as similar.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, but those in the novels for sure. I totally get it, but they didn't have anything like what Korra had to deal with, because Korra had to deal with like things that were completely new because the revolution in technology, the revolution in society, and then also with the spirit world.
Yeah.
So those are three different things that nobody else had to deal with. Like one thing, people probably had to deal with, technological advances a little bit. That's one thing. People had to deal with society moving around. That's another thing too. But to deal with all three of those plus the spirit world shit happening at the same time. And she had
to deal with colonialization too, with the fucking Fire Nation.
Literally.
In the what do you call it? Earth Kingdom.
It's hard for me to be too mad at Korra, dog. Like, she had like a bunch of impossible decisions that were laid out in front of her. It's not like you choose to be the Avatar either. You know what I mean? Also, she's pretty much more like one of us than she was like Aang. Aang grew up kind of in like an older, I don't know the word for it, like an older society. You know what I mean? She grew up in more of a modern society. You feel me? So like, she's more of a modern person. Think about if one of us had to deal with that shit. Like, if you know what I mean? Like, bro, you woke up as the Avatar and the balance of the world is literally hangs on a decision you make. You know what I mean? People start respecting you.
I think I'm with having all the other avatars. I feel like I would probably made a better logical decision than Korra.
The other avatars can't help you, bro. That's like if you had to go to
but she had the other avatars was telling her, yo, like, no, you probably shouldn't do this shit.
None of the other avatars had to deal with the spirit world except for Avatar.
But they have years of
but listen, bro. Listen.
Though.
That's like if you asked your granddad to help you with some shit that's going on today, bro. He don't know shit about what's going on in 2025, bro. Like, he can try to help you a little. You feel me? Like,
but a lot of the same themes transcend time, though. A lot of the same things that happen with greed and people and everybody else. A lot of those human characteristics that you want to deal with.
They were at a point, and I'm gonna word it wrong, but they were at a point where the revolution in society is making them slowly lose like their in tuneness with spirituality or whatever, which is why like bending isn't what it used to be. The ancestors didn't have to deal with that because they didn't have technology that could build fires for them. You feel me? That could build houses for them. So they didn't understand, like, it's a completely different time period. So like they didn't, if Korra, I feel like they might have lost bending in its entirety without what Korra did. You know what I mean? Over the next 200, 300, 400 years, because it was going to become a dead art. Like they were basically doing things that could mimic what bending could do already at that point.
Yeah. That was like basically their version of AI.
literally, you feel me? So it's like, I'm not saying Korra made the best decisions, but I'm just saying like people put way too much like angst on her that I don't think she deserves. And part of it, we have to be honest. I know a lot of people hate saying and like, or hate, like, oh, you guys only criticizing Korra criticizers because she's a woman. But I have to think like, come on, bro. Like they be on her ass a little bit extra than what she deserves. Like there's like no grace at all. And I feel like it's because she's a woman of color. Like not at the root of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like didn't say she made the best decisions, but like they don't take into account all the things that went into that. You know what I mean? And also people didn't like her from jump because she wasn't Aang, and B, she wasn't a guy. So then she started making bad decisions and it's like, oh, bet this is what we're about to lock in with this.
Bro, and it's true too. You know that's true. Like people are gonna say that's bullshit, but I know for a fact that it like her being a woman definitely plays into shit, because everybody that's complaining about this new shit that's coming out, if they're not complaining about Korra, they're complaining about the Avatar being a woman.
100%. But everybody loves Avatar Kyoshi and the other female avatars.
Bro, we keep doing
but I'm just saying, but they love those.
We barely knew shit about Kyoshi.
Literally,
I'm talking about like no, but
she wasn't the main character.
She was never a main character. Hold on. She was never a main character.
In the novels, only the niche they expanded upon those characters.
That's a very small demographic of people that actually know about Avatar. So those are the people that care enough to read into the lore. So they have a different kind of mindset when they go into it. One, B, there's not a lot of Kyoshi like lore compared to what we got on Korra and Aang. So she's not comparable. You know what I mean? And again, she's a side character. Like she's not a main character. Like
bro,
they're all technically the same person.
All I'm gonna say is, it's crazy that we talk all this shit about Korra. But you know who everybody really should be talking shit about? Fucking Roku, bro. Because Roku was a terrible ass, trash ass fucking Avatar.
Talk to him.
What was buddy with his fucking butt buddy, whatever the fuck his name.
Right, while he was slowly subjugating the world.
Marcus.
He was about to start the 100-year war. He knew that he was about. He knew he was about.
I'm gonna stop you right there, because you about to make yourself look a little uninformed when you say that.
Explain, Kim. Explain.
The 100-Year War happened damn near as soon as Roku was pretty much passed. Roku was keeping Ozai in check for I forgot how like 3 or 4 decades. Because when Ozai was initially about to start that war, Roku got his ass up, hung him up on a mountain, blasted his whole entire castle or whatever that nigga was living in, and was like, "Don't you dare start this shit. Otherwise, I will end your shit. I'm not trying to kill niggas, but if I wanted to, I would." He was hoeing that nigga and keeping that nigga in check for decades. Then that nigga got old and was suffering from basically having to keep a volcano.
Hold on.
Where was the pre-planning for the next Avatar? Because he knew that there was going to be a next Avatar, and as soon as there was going to be a next Avatar, what the fuck was going to happen? Exactly what happens and what turns out to be. And was too fucking young to deal with anything that happened with that shit because Roku wasn't smart enough to pre-plan for the next Avatar. He didn't put a plan in place in order for the next Avatar to actually get the chance to grow up before the Fire Nation took over.
So he was basically an aging nuclear deterrent that was going to die at some point. So it's not like he stopped them from slowly expanding their borders, because they were still expanding their borders during the time of Ozai. You know what I mean? They were still starting to creep into other nations. You know, it's not like he stopped any of that shit, like the pre-colonialism stuff.
No, but I'm saying, but like he's from the scale that it could have, he decelerated that shit by a great margin, because that shit would have been full-fledged.
Bro, it was like Trump and Putin. Trump be like, "Don't do it." Putin's like, "I'm not," and then he's gonna do it. He go, "Don't do it."
No, but that got you, bro. But also, they had to wait until like, Sozin's comet as well to do that shit.
Listen, as the Avatar, if we're gonna treat him like we be treating Korra, if Korra's best friend ended up subjugating the world at any point, they would blame it on Korra, whether it happened after she died or not. It doesn't matter. That was his man's. He had the opportunity. He knew who he was. Ozai showed who he was at the point where he did the shit where he posted him on the rock or whatever. He should have killed him. Like if we're gonna keep the beat.
I'm just saying, but that's in his shortcomings. He's talked about that shit with Aang. He's like, I probably should have.
Yeah, but people don't hang his ass the way they be hanging Korra. Because look, if that would have happened, honestly, then there would have been a smooth transition of power to Aang as the Avatar. You feel me? And then there will be a smooth transition of power to Korra as the Avatar. Like that kind of like changed the way shit was. Like that fucked up that point in history, like fucked up everything from the timeline from there on. You feel me?
No, so that whole fucking airbenders just got annihilated.
Yeah.
I can't say the word because we're on TikTok.
Yeah,
like, yeah. Whole race gone. And whose fault is that?
Ozai. Big O. Wait, no, I mean, shit. No, Roku.
Ozai's fault.
Yeah, his fault too. I'm excited. So when does this new Korra shit? I'm sorry, not Korra. When does the Avatar stuff drop? Like we need this.
I don't know if there's a.
I don't even know if it's coming out this year. Is it, or is it coming out this year?
I don't think I see any information on when it actually comes out.
And it's going to be streaming on Paramount Plus though.
That is kind of annoying.
I actually just got Paramount Plus so I could watch Lioness. So that shit's kind of fire. Lioness, I don't know if y'all watch it. It'd be a lot of killing. I don't think you never mind, actually. Never mind. It's basically about these like Marine CIA operatives, women they're like trained to go undercover and a whole bunch of extra stuff. Like it's kind of like army.
Was that with the Zoe chick?
Zoe Salata, yeah. It's fire. It's really good.
I did just recently see a commercial for that shit.
But I mean, it's a lot of women of color in there. I don't know if it's your thing. My bad. I forgot we live on the no narrative. My bad. Wrong narrative. I'm touching the wrong narrative back. JK. Ken is for the people.
Hey, speaking about shit that's back. Blue Lock. Blue Lock.
Bro.
Blue Lock got a new production company. So, with that being said, I think, hold on. You got the link right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Katakawa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katakawa. The same people that produced Mushoku Tensei, the time I got reincarnated as a slime. They have now acquired the production rights to Blue Lock. Do y'all think that this is going to change anything with Blue Lock?
Until Team mid studio, or is it 8 mid? It's 8 mid, right? Until listen.
Unless they can give them the money to have more people on their staff. Because wasn't it just like one dude animating that shit for a minute?
Nah, that
had to be capped.
They blew that way out of proportion, because I saw like the Reddit post about it, and bro, it was one person.
Were those just like new animators?
Scene. It was like one person on like a specific team or like scene for like I forgot how long the duration of the scene was, but like it wasn't one animator animating it.
Okay, because I was about to say, but also, bro, they had years to prepare for season 2. Like they had several years.
What was it? Blue Lock season 1 came out when? I forgot when it came out. Like 2022.
2022, I think.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So like 2 years.
So let's look it up. Let's see.
Maybe like 2 years. Yeah.
So that's more than enough time to get some good stuff going in production.
But in reality, it was probably like a year, because they probably spent like a year in production, and then like because like they produce all the shit before the anime.
Oh, listen, October 9th, 2022 to March 26th, 2023. So, I mean,
it didn't really give them that much time. I feel like
wasn't that much time
when it's a small studio like that too. Because I mean, it's not like 8-Bit doesn't have the talent, because we saw them animate like the final. What do you call it? Like stretch of the season finale. Like that shit was beautiful. So I don't think it's really a what do you call it? Talent.
Were they just
I think they just not giving them the time to animate the shit. Like for a studio that small, you know? Because like if it's from 2023 to 2024, like they probably got like half a year in production.
Probably a year.
They animate like 24 episodes, or how many episodes was it?
I think they had more than that.
Oh no, because it was a double season, right? Because they started in the summer. Am I tripping?
And they had to animate a movie too.
Did they? Let me see real quick.
Yeah, because they animated the episode Nagi too. Yeah. So like they had like 2 projects. They had the movie, and then they had 14 episodes. Thank you, Story Hub.
Yeah, 14, okay. Yeah, part of me also kind of thinks that they were like, okay, Blue Lock is a smash hit, because it was a smash hit. Yeah, I remember before I even watched it, y'all put me hip or whatever, but like, or y'all made me watch it, but I remember just seeing it everywhere. Like I remember I made a video about it, that shit blew up, and I didn't even know what the fuck I was talking about. I just saw people talking about Blue Lock. I think part of them was kind of like, okay, we can get by because it's not an action shonen, it's a sports shonen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of it is the dialogue, and a lot of it is kind of like internal. So I think they kind of felt like they could squeak by off of the success of the first season, the movie from the Nagi movie, and then kind of going to the hype of season 2 because of the U20 arc. Because the animation did pick up towards the end. So I think they kind of were like, maybe we could. I think that's where they might have cut a few corners in the beginning, not really anticipating they're kind of doing a little bit of damage to the IP.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I don't know if, do you guys feel like it was saved by the end of this, like salvaged by the end of the season? Or do you think people just liked it enough to where they let it go? Or,
well, in terms of like watching it anime wise, I don't know if they really saved it for real, because they're still getting slandered. But I know Blue Lock's manga fan base is just so deep. Like I think they still gonna watch that shit no matter what. Like
I'm still watching too. I ain't reading the manga, but
bro, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't say like it was ruined, because even though the animation was bad, like people were still tuning in on it because the animation was that bad. And also just like in general, they wanted to see the game. Yeah, so, like I think it just became a meme at that point, just to like watch the episode so you could be in on the joke to slander.
Yeah, that's facts. Which is good marketing, I guess, if it works.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it. What? Now the new season about to be more ass animation.
No, they can't do that. They better not put another movie out. They need to just focus on making at least the first half of the season as amazing as possible. Because I think that would be okay. We've seen anime like that before, where the first season was kind of like, and then the second, third season they picked up. They might have switched to animation company or something like that, and they switched.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Tower of God. My bad. Sensitive subject. My bad.
Damn, I can't believe they did the greatest manga of all time like that, allegedly. Yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, let me chill.
That's crazy. You good, Ken? How you feeling, brother?
Splendid.
Splendid.
Nah, I don't want to talk too much shit, and then like Kagurabachi gets like a shit ass.
Yeah, we gotta be.
Terrible.
Karma gonna hit like a bitch. Ain't
Nah, they ain't doing it at Kagurabachi. I think they know what they have with Kagurabachi. Think about it. They haven't done a major shonen manga dirty in a long time. JJK was fine. Chainsaw Man's fine. My Hero's fine. Demon Slayer's fine. Bro, they haven't done a major like shonen name dirty in a long time. Like name one.
They haven't.
Maybe some of the little ones. That's not. But that wasn't like.
It's not major in this.
It's not JJ. It's not JJK.
Wait, what did he say?
Huh?
What's the Sakamoto days?
Until JJK.
Isn't it major?
No, listen.
They say that's the next big three.
Listen. That shit was in like the top 20 at the bottom until all the other manga finished.